Ladies and gentlemen, thanks once again for joining me for the Fast Lane Podcast for Success. I am your host, Derek Lane. Appreciate you being with us. Hey, listen, wanted to kind of gravitate toward evaluating ourselves and how and why it's important, and what you can gain from just that, doing an evaluation. So I was thinking about this. I think that if we understand ourselves just a little bit better, a little bit more, and we're a little more honest with ourselves, then we can avoid some of the pitfalls that some people experience when they're following their path, when they're trying to reach their goals. So I think if you, once again, I'm going to say it, pen and paper. I think if you were to write down, number one, I think just write down your ambitions, what you want. Where do you want to go? Where do you see yourselves? In your mind's eye, what does the successful you look like? Where are you? How do you dress? What do you drive? What do you listen to? Music, motivational instructions. Define what success, looks like. And I know, and you know, that it's continuing all the time. But if you were to experience that and you had other people look at you and go, there's a successful person right there. I know that. How? Because of A, B, C, or D. So define your ambitions by recognizing what success looks like to you. Next, think about your confidence level. Write it down. Are you intimidated by people or situations? Maybe you have a boss that intimidates you. Maybe you have even a friend or a peer or coworker that intimidates you. Well, your goal is to make sure you don't be intimidated. Make sure that your confidence level is sky high. And if you need help with that, there are a lot of programs to teach you about confidence level. And trust me, it's going to come from within more than outside. You're going to learn about confidence and about, you're going to learn a lot about yourself if you start to develop your confidence. Even if you're a confident person, I would encourage you to maybe read a little bit about confidence level, because there are a lot of people that think they're confident, but they're arrogant, and there's a big difference. Their arrogance gets in the way of their confidence. Okay, a confident person doesn't always have to be the person in the room that says, it's me. Some of the most confident people I've ever met have the ability to let someone else take center stage, to let someone else communicate, and they just kind of sit back and be who they are. But you can tell they're very confident, because when it's time to make decisions, they're right there. They're decision makers. So understand your confidence level and review that. And these are things you don't have to share with others. You can if you want. These are little things that, to propel you toward your success path, you need to make sure that you check them off and you feel good about them. Another item is organizational skills. Organizational skills. How well organized are you? Your thoughts and your actions and your desk or your home, are you driving a car that's the floorboard is full of McDonald's sacks? I mean, that's an extreme. I hope that's not the case. But trust me, I've seen people that's the case. They're just, their diet is a mess, and you can tell that if you get near their car. Sometimes it's not as noticeable. I've come to find that there are two types of people: stackers and spreaders. People that stack their work up and people that spread their work out. I don't think there's a right or wrong. Understand who you are and just develop what strategies works for you in your organizational skills. That's in the physical realm. The organizational skills that you need to develop on the inside, your thoughts, making sure that your thoughts are organized. I've told you in the past that you should have, the ability to record your thoughts on your phone when you're driving, when you're riding a bus, when you're doing whatever, you're taking a walk in the park, and messages come to you. Your brain, when you think about things, you're putting it out there. So sometimes these messages come back, and you need to be prepared to write them down or at least record them. And that way, you can, when you get home, you get to a place where you can evaluate. Yeah, that was a good thought. That was a good idea that I created, and then you can play onto it, because you never know when the creative influences strike you. You could see something somewhere. You could be on a plane. You could be taking a hike in the woods, and something somewhere prompts a thought that prompts another thought that prompts another thought, and you go, oh yeah, I bet if I did this, and write it down. That's the ability to be organized with your thoughts. Your energy level. Think about your energy level. Again, I talked a little bit about poor diet. Your energy level, it goes hand in hand with your diet, with what you're putting in your body. Is your brain and liver pickled from alcohol? Are you a cannabis user and you're stoned half the time? Being sharp-minded creates more opportunities for you to think more clearly. Again, going back to the organization, but the energy level. Don't let these negative influences, from pills and alcohol and drugs, to Big Macs and Whoppers and what have you. All of these things drain you of your energy. So find out what works for you as far as what you're putting in your body, and create a good energy level. Maximize the volume of your energy. You don't need external stimulants to create energy. You don't need 9.5 hour energy drink. Whatever, Villain, Red Cow, whatever it is. You don't need those things. They're packed with things that, in the longevity could really hurt you. So think about your energy level, maximize it naturally. Do some meditation. Learn how to breathe properly. Learn to do breathing exercises. Meditate properly. These things are almost magic. And if you've ever listened to people that have the secret or the magic of success, this would be one of them. Meditation and breathing. That is not talked about enough, and you should research it. Understand how to do that. Understand too that you need to develop your leadership skills. If you're not a natural leader, learn how to do this in baby steps. Become a person that gives good advice when asked for. When someone says, hey, what do you think about this? Have the ability to step up and tell them what you think about it. And that's what a leader does. People that don't lead, they just kind of shrug their shoulders and kind of drift in the background and not sure, I don't know. Really, don't call on me again. I'm very uncomfortable. That's not where you want to be. You want to be a person that says, well, sure, here's how I see it, and these are the reasons why I see it that way. And if somebody corrects you and makes a valid point, and you just go, that just that, it's a valid point. Thanks for bringing that up too. So, but these are how we engage into leadership skills and to be able to help one another in our lives, in our work, in our success. Next, think about risk taking, and what are you doing in your life to take just a little bit of risk? Because success really it's out there for people that have a little bit of adventurous mode, a little bit of risk taking. If you're playing it safe all the time, you're right there with 99% of everybody. 99% of everybody in this world. I'm gonna say something to you, and I want you to think long and hard about this. Your life is over pretty quickly. It goes by in a flash, really. What did you do to make a difference? On the day that you pass, if you look back and you say, I never took the first chance. I never took the first risk. I didn't do anything but follow the followers. I did what everybody else does, and I am where everybody else ends up. If you feel like that on the day that you pass, you're going to have regrets, I would suggest do something a little more adventurous. Do something a little more risky. Not going to belabor that point. I think you get that. I think successful people have a certain amount of humility. I don't think cocky people always, develop success. I think that people with good ideas and good intentions, people that help people, those are the people that are successful. Because, see, you can go out here and make a lot of money. It doesn't make you successful. Success is being able to do what you want to do, when you want to do it, and how you want to do it. Living comfortable is a byproduct of that. Okay? If you want to travel, if you feel like you're successful when you get to travel, different countries, different cities, see different things, go to museums in Paris and whatever it is. If that's your success, go for it. Go for it. Become successful. But you don't have to be cocky or arrogant to do that. Sometimes being humble is the answer. Okay? There's the thing called dumb is smart and smart is dumb. Okay? Dumb is smart, smart is dumb. So when you're negotiating, communicating with someone else, and you're just trying to show them how smart you are, that's dumb. Because now what you're doing is you're being arrogant, you're being cocky, and the other person is going to be like, oh yeah? All right, well, the heck with you. If you're so smart, then you figure it out, and you don't need me, obviously. So being smart is dumb. Being dumb is smart. People will help you when you need help, when you say, yeah, I'm not really sure what that means. I'm not really sure about that. Can you help me? When you have, a certain amount of humility where you can ask somebody for help, people will drop what they're doing to help you if you're humble enough and you ask for it. Sure, I'll help you. Sure. Nobody wants to help the cocky, arrogant guy or girl, but everybody loves to help people that, need to be helped, that understand that, the world goes round and round through people's help, people's assistance. That's why I've always said that it's very important that you find a program within your community and help your community. Help people in your community. Just don't let it be about you 24/7 all the time. It's all about me. It's not. And if that's the way that your approach is to everything, you're going to be sad and lonely. Okay? I'm just telling you. There is just a wonderful feeling to help your brethren, to help people within your community or outside of your community, whatever it is. Karma is a real thing, right? It will pay off dividends. It may not be, you don't have to look at it and go, well, I'm going to help this person because when I do, I'm going to get help. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You help people selflessly. You help people because you want to. And you never know when or how it's going to be paid back. Just trust in the universe that as you sow, so shall you reap. This is the law of the universe, law of nature. And understand that nature is not capricious. It is not going to give you something and then turn around and take it away once you've earned it. So develop those, karmic points, if you will, because, somewhere, somehow, you need karma to bail you out of things. You need people. If you think you're going to do this alone, oh my, you are not going to do this alone. Be a leader. Be a strong-willed, strong-minded person. Understand that you help others. Understand that you're organized. You're on track. You are